Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Logan. I'm here with my amazing co-host, baby.
Brayden Noble. Boom.
Yes, sir. And welcome to episode 32 of Actors POV, baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, what he said.
Look at us, man. Dude, you are lucky you are not up here, dude. It is 39 degrees right now.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's been raining. It's been raining down there, right? A lot.
Pouring.
Oh, bro.
Floods. I'm
Unreal.
drowning everywhere I go.
Yeah. I heard like
You know
2
what I
days
mean?
straight, right? One stop.
No, yeah, it actually was really bad. It was kind of surprising. When we saw Madam Web, like, it was torrential downpouring. When we came out, I was like,
Jesus, dude.
wow.
In
Let's
February.
eat first. In February. Yeah, and it's like 50 degrees out. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
why?
You just
Why?
hate life.
Yeah, you know
That's
what I
not
mean?
fun.
You get me.
Understandable.
How's it been up there? Let everybody know. Sorry, guys. Let everybody know how it's been since
cold.
the departed has departed.
It's cold, man. It's all it is, bro. It was down to 28 2 nights ago,
Oh my gosh.
and with wind, bro. So with that, it's probably in the teens. It sucks, dude. I love it. I love Atlanta. I love it here. And by the way, sorry for the bad lighting, guys. I'm gonna get my lights in next week, but
No, I
yeah,
think
no,
it's
man.
great.
So it's been brutal weather-wise, but I love it, dude. I'm in a good area. I can literally, like, I'm right here by kind of like north. I was about to say my location. Not gonna do that. I'm like
I am
not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm northwest Atlanta, and it's beautiful up here, man. It's a good area. I really like it. There's a lot of shops, there's restaurants, and whenever you come take a visit up here, trust me, we got some. I gotta tell you after this, we got some cool things we can hit up. Like
Heck
actually, so yeah, man, it's been fun, and we start filming. Well, the whole production starts tomorrow on Tuesday. But I start filming Wednesday, and it's a full day for me, so I'm excited to get out there and jump into that, and yeah, man, it's been fun just to see everybody again, and this past week has been busy, a lot of meetings and table reads and dinners, and it's been fun, but now it's funny, it's like, you know, now like on days you're not filming, you're not doing anything, but like the first week you're, you know, doing all the meetings and stuff, but now it's like, dude, I'm gonna be, you know, for the days I'm not filming, I'll be sitting here playing Apex. So, yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, Apex Legends.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
want to play Apex Legends.
Oh yes, we gotta play
Yes,
Bigfoot,
sir.
bro.
Dude, let me know.
And now that I got more free time on my hands, I might start streaming, dude. We gotta do a stream.
Yes, yeah, let's get back into that.
Cause like, you know what, bro? I don't know if I ever told you this, but whenever we did that one backroom stream, bro, I like went back and watched your almost entire stream from your point of view, and it had me dying, bro. It was so funny, dude. It was so funny.
I think you told me that, yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, had me dying, bro. So like, I think like, I don't know. I think we have some good
We're due.
moments. Yeah,
We're due.
yeah,
We're
no,
due.
for sure. So we might hop on and do another Twitch stream, cause YouTube Live sucks. Yeah, so we'll hop on Twitch again and do that, bro. Kai, I'm coming for your spot, dude.
Yeah.
But stop playing.
Jinxie.
Jinxie, get out of there, dude.
There's an enemy combatant.
Unreal, bro. No, my favorite guy's Sketch, bro. We love Sketch, dude.
Dude, I finally know. You told me who it was, and I saw a video of him like a week later on like Jinxie's E8, and he was like,
Yeah.
Bro. I don't know if I can do this. He's like, she's making me nervous.
Dude, it's so funny, bro. Dude, he's like, it's funny too, because like obviously that's a character, and then like on his Instagram, bro, I don't know if you follow him, but he's so serious, like he'll get like super serious. Oh, it's so funny, and then you see him just like snap into the character, bro. Dude, it's so funny, bro. Yeah, he's
That's hilarious.
dude, he's great, bro. There's so many good moments there, bro. And then at the end, we had a crap, bro. We had to take a shit. He's like sitting in the back, like keeping his cheeks together. Dude, it's so funny, bro. Yeah. I'm about to explode, man. Hurry up, say it. Yeah, no, that whole thing was funny. But no, man. So we might do that again. But yeah, how's your past week been, man? How's everything going?
It's been good. I've been doing this one job in Tampa that's like an acting gig, but it's more of like a corporate acting gig. Just like doing real simulations in life. So it's been fun. A lot of the driving I'm not really a fan of, but the job itself has been fun. a lot of classes and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, this is the simulation one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, with all
fun, dude.
the nurses and stuff. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. But it's just like I said, driving like 2 hours back and forth every day has been like,
What's the like the crazy situation you've done? Can you say?
I can say it's gonna be a totally different mood of the pod.
Oh,
Yeah. Here, I'll just tell you, and it's up to you if you want everyone else to hear.
just say it.
So, um, I'm like one of them. I'm the husband to a wife that was hit by a car, and she went into a DCD case where she was having brain damage and her brain's failing. And I was either given the choice of withdrawing her from life support or putting her in a long-term facility. And then they asked me if she wanted to be an organ donor and if they could proceed and take her organs because she's eligible.
How was that?
Dude, you know what I'll say? I guess I had another actor in my class like who got the same kind of offer from Claire, and he was like, "Should I do it?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Go for it." It's crazy, man. I'll say I feel like it's helped my acting a lot. Like I've been able to cry and get emotional recently, which I'm really bad at. Like when you hear what it's like about, you're like, "Oh God."
Jesus. Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's fun though.
yeah, yeah. It's so it's just these like 20-minute improv scenes. There's no script, and we just have to like talk to a real doctor, and like you
That's kind
know,
of cool though.
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
training them for real life when they go and
that's
really
what
do
I'm
it.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's for a good cause.
it's a good cut.
Good
Good,
cause,
good,
baby.
good, good cause.
That's crazy, bro. Oh man.
Yeah,
Well, that's fun, dude. So at least you're enjoying that. Like you said, it's also just good practice, just to get in different situations. Also, like learning about yourself on how you react to
react to
certain things
things.
emotionally, and I mean, it's always fun. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
and it's like you said, I feel like you're doing something good. I feel like I'm getting something out of it too. So
Yeah.
it's like it's an overall good experience.
That is what we love to see, baby. Let's go.
But we got big things on the horizon.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yep. And they're
Oh
coming.
yes.
They're coming. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No pause, baby.
No,
All
no
right.
pause.
So
What
we
he
got.
said.
So we went and watched a movie that people have been hating on more than any other movie, I would say, in recent memory, which is Madam Web. Like people are saying this is one of the
Hating
worst
it.
movies ever made.
Ever made, yeah.
I don't think it is anywhere
Except like
near.
Argyle.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's anywhere near Fool's Paradise or anything like that. But people are saying that it is like bottom tier for what it is. So me and Brayden, I think I can say this for both of us. We went into this movie with very low expectations, thinking it
Yeah.
was going to be horrific.
Yeah.
And I will say this: me and Brayden also have experience with past Sony Marvel films, like the Venom movies. You know what I mean, stuff like that. So we kind of know. I don't know if I saw Morbius. I don't know if you saw Morbius.
I've seen like the first 50 minutes of it, I think.
Oh,
I wasn't watching it. Someone else was watching it. I just
Yeah.
ended up leaving. But
Okay.
I was yeah. I was
That explains what you felt about the movie then. So obviously it's not great. So obviously you kind of know what you're getting with Sony Marvel, right? It's not it's not
except for the
great.
video game.
Yeah,
How
Yeah.
is that? It's like so good, and then it's like they're putting all their effort into the game. Clearly,
Oh yeah, no, yeah, their video games are insane.
like Spider-Man, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
clearly,
Wolverine
they put
coming
effort in
out.
there. Wolverine, yeah.
Miles Morales, all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So it's not. Yeah, they just I don't really know what's going on with that.
Right.
All those movies have very cool premises. You know what I mean? And they do have Kraven the Hunter coming out later this year, which I'm so excited for. I
Well,
auditioned for that role.
I'd love to be excited.
The kid took it from me.
Yeah.
Whatever.
don't like
But no. So like,
Just kidding.
I mean, I'm really excited to watch that movie because Kraven's always been one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. It's been really kind of the symbiotes as a whole. You know what I mean? Or symbiotes, whatever they called him in the movie. That really pissed me off, by the way. Do you remember how
Yeah,
they
I hated
pronounced
that.
it? Like
Yeah.
symbiote. I'm like, that's not
I
what.
was like, no,
No, symbiote, dude.
like everyone in the world.
That's what I'm saying. So you got it's always been like the symbiotes and then Kraven for me.
Yeah.
But so I've always been a big Kraven guy. So I'm really excited to see Oh my god, what's his name? I can see his face, dude, that plays him. Oh my god, his name, you know
He
what
has
I'm
a
talking
three-part
about.
name.
Hmm?
Is it Aaron?
Aaron, I don't know it, dude.
Oh my god, dude! I
I'll
knew
look it
I.
up. I'll look it up.
It's a
But no, I'm
three-part
very
name.
excited for that movie. Is it Aaron Johnson?
I think it's Aaron something Johnson.
Yes, it is Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yep.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Um, but yeah, no. So I'm very excited for that movie. But then you got things like this that happen, right? And then you're kind of like, is the movie going to be really good after another kind of not great Sony Marvel movie? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But I know my expectations going in now. Yeah, Brayden, how was your theater experience
I was gonna say,
overall?
where the fuck do we start?
Yeah, you take this away for the beginning of this, man. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, well, how deep in the beginning? Because I have a good cutoff point on where my beginning went, right? So, everybody, we got to Universal. I got there free parking. It was at like 6 o'clock. It was like, let's go. We got in just in time. I got my snacks. I'm with my friends. I was like, cool. Like Logan's not with me today, but I guess I got the reinforcements. So we're sitting there. I made it just in time. Actually, they were playing this one trailer of a movie that I thought was the movie because of how weird the trailer was. I can't even tell you what the trailer was. I can't remember. This was like a horror concept, but I thought it was the actual movie. And because it wasn't even a trailer. They were playing the actual scene from the fucking film. And I was sitting there, I'm like, this was like 3 minutes going on, and I was like, is this the movie? It was not the movie. The movie started, and arguably, why not? Let's get it out of the way. This is my biggest con of this entire movie. The first 10 minutes actually made me want to shoot myself. Like, literally. It was terrible acting, terrible writing. I was so confused. It was so weird. We like Ryan looked at me and I was like, I could leave. Like I could walk out right now. That being said, things definitely lightened up a lot for me right after this point. But holy shit, I was sitting there like, who the hell thought this was good? Like, what studio gave the thumbs up? Who back there was like, yeah, I love it. This is fantastic.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
this is fantastic.
No.
No, but yeah, for my beginning at least, everything I just said, I don't even need to go further in it because it's literally that first 10 minutes and it feels like not so out of place because I understand where it wraps in. And I think like the idea of it in the end seems cool. But like, dude, the acting was terrible. Like, I'm telling you, just the writing was bad. I didn't like it. In the first 10 minutes. That flashback was not good for me. I don't know
No.
how your experience was. I didn't.
It was okay. So yeah.
Yes, when you
Same.
get there, let's hear
I
it.
know exactly what movie trailer you're talking about. It was so weird. It was for a horror movie, and it made no sense. And I was like, what is this?
With like the mirror or something.
Yeah. Huh.
Or there was like she was like doing something. Like the girl was being a freaking weirdo. Like she was touching her face, or, like looking in the mirror. I can't remember. But
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
doing some weird thing.
That's for the one of the horror movies I said. It's the M Night movie. The M Night.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what's weird. Because it starts outside and then it goes and you see M Night. I forgot how to say his last name. Shyamalan's whatever.
Yeah.
Presents, and then it goes to whatever or productions, and it goes to her in this little thing, and then like the whole scene plays out, and then something's going on. Then the lady comes over and grabs her and pulls her in. It's very weird, but that's a cool movie though. Like I that's actually one of the movies that I'm kind of looking forward to because it looked kind of cool. But yeah, it was a full on 2.5, 3 minute trailer of just one continuous scene.
One scene, yeah. That's how I was
And then
just
she's
kind of
tapping.
confused. I was like,
Yeah,
that's what it was, the tapping.
yeah. And then they start it's pretty cool because like they're in like this glass thing in the middle of the forest, and you got like these weird like Wendigo type creatures watching them, which is kind of dope. So I'm pretty excited for that one. But yeah, so that happened. Then the Mad Max trailer for the new movie is so weird, so
I
weird.
didn't see it. I tried looking it up.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It just the way it was edited, it was just so strange, dude. Like, I don't know if it was just me or it was very weird. I heard everyone groan after it the title dropped, it was just very strange, dude. This is like a unanimous. That's all it was, bro. But yeah, just so weird. So that movie, and then eventually we got to the Madam Web. The first 10 minutes of this movie was probably one of the worst first openings I've ever seen out of any movie. I mean,
so bad.
The acting wasn't great, but then the acting was better later on when they flashed back. So like, I don't know if it was necessarily you know what I'm talking about.
It was like
it was just that moment.
The first 10 minutes.
Because the mom was horrible in the first 10 minutes, but then when it went back to her later on, when she sees her daughter again, it's great.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think it's her. I just think the writing was, and maybe it was the directing. Maybe the director was like, "Hey, you need to say this and say it like that." That's happened to me before, so like I could see.
Yeah. Well, actually, I want you to finish how your introduction was before I ask you this question.
Okay.
Because there's something else I think that really makes me hate a lot of this movie, and especially the beginning. But
I think I know exactly where you're going with that, for sure. But because there's a big thing that I was like, I just want to leave.
Yep, we're on the same page.
Post-production, let's add this in. But yeah, no. So what got me was, so then that happened, and then I was like, dude, what is going on? And like you said, even the handheld cameras, the way it was edited, it was like shaking, zooming in and stuff. I'm like, what is going on?
Dude, I was like, this is not like a superhero Marvel movie type thing. Like, what is going on?
The zooming in and out was only incorporated in that opening sequence. It was never again in anything. That's what was so weird.
Which, honestly, I thought could have been cool if they used more, but it just, like you said, they used it once, and I was like...
And it didn't work for the scene. It was like they're having a conversation, they're zooming in. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's not even during a fight. They were, like, talking. He's just like, well, yeah, well...
Dude, I don't know, bro. So then that first 10 minutes, like you said, was horrific. It got better for me, but the first 30 minutes I thought was horrendous as well.
Horrendous.
It was really the late second and third act that I really enjoyed, but it was the whole first act and then half of the second act. And I'm gonna let you ask your question before I go into the thing that really kind of bothered me, and it has to do with the villain. I'm assuming we're thinking the same thing. So go ahead and you can talk about it, because it was ridiculous. Yeah. Like, it's not even funny.
I need you to find them. I need you to tell me where they are now, because I want to kill them.
I was literally sitting there, and I'm like, I looked at Ryan at the end, and I was like, I have two things to say. If this is his voice, I take everything I say back. I can't shit on someone for having a fucking stupid voice, right? But if that was a character choice, who filmed this movie thinking that was good? I'm sitting here, and every time this fucking dude came on screen, I got so irritated. He is arguably just as bad as the entire first 30 minutes of this movie. And it's not even his acting, in my opinion. Like, it's his fucking dumb voice and character.
You know what the voice was?
It sounded like Joker.
No, it was ADR the whole time. He was lip syncing. It was ADR, bro. Go back and watch it.
Bro!
Yes.
No, because that makes his voice sounded like...
Yes.
You know how they almost sound louder in a way?
Yes.
Louder, but...
They mixed it horrifically.
Maybe? Yeah.
Brayden, go back and watch scenes. His lips didn't even sync up half the time. No, here's the thing, bro. This movie stooped down to such a low level for me when I saw him for the first time. Like, it's not even a joke, bro. They didn't lip sync him at the beginning with this flashback. That was all his genuine voice, because it sounded fine, right? And then when you fast forward to him in the, hanging out with the one girl after they do whatever, you know what I mean? And then he kills her, right?
Oh, no, my bad. Yes.
Yes. And then he has like his little sidekick person. Dude.
Yes.
His voice, his lips don't even match his voice when he's talking. It's not even funny, bro. I was like, is there like a delay with this like movie? I was like, maybe it's the theater screen. Bro, the entire film, his voice, his lips aren't synced. And here's the crazy thing. I remember I read a review.
Dude, that just shows how disengaged I was. Go back.
100%.
I'm just saying, I was sitting there like, I don't blame you. Fuck.
Bro, like, and I'm being so serious here because, like, it's not even funny. Like, this is a simple thing in filmmaking that should have been, dude, it makes no sense. So, before I watched this movie, I went to Rotten Tomatoes because I was like, okay, what is it at? It was at like 11% on a critic, and then it was literally at like 11 or like 17% on critics, and then for audience, it was like,
I don't even know if I'd be happy to be like, yeah, I was in that movie.
yeah,
Like,
and then 53% was for the audience, and I was like, wow. So I clicked on the audience, and then one of them was like, you know, he was talking bad about the movie, and he's like, with obvious ADR for the villain. And I was like, okay, so they're going to do you know, like how they do the stupid ADR over like when a villain has their mask on, right? Or when Spider-Man has his mask on and his mouth isn't moving, but he's still talking. That's ADR that I was like, okay, that's respectable. This is going to be some stupid, stereotypical deep voice. They did ADR over a close-up of his face. Like me, like right here, me talking to you guys right now. They did an ADR just like this in the scene in the movie multiple times, Brayden. That's where I was like, I've never seen a movie. And don't get me wrong, I do ADR, you do ADR. We've done it before, right? For little lines here and there. But actors do that, and I do it every single project I've been on.
Those films didn't have as bad ADR as this one.
It's not even that. The entire time he was on screen, from after the flashback to the end of the movie, was all ADR. So I don't know if it was.
What do you think? They lost his mic or something?
I think maybe his voice. Something happened with his voice. Honestly, I think that's why his voice sounded so weird, because it was someone else doing it or something, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, Brayden, I'm not even joking when I tell you this. From literally start to finish, there was not one point where it was his real voice. Not one
Well, it
point.
makes more sense when you say it. I was sitting there the whole time. I'm not trying to flame this guy. I thought it was him. I was like, who the fuck thought this guy was a good actor?
Yeah.
Who thought this was... Because, like, he has this moments where he's, like, going like this, and he's like, oh, come here. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? He should be, like, growling or fucking, like, I don't know. He's, like, his most intense moments where he's like, and you're not gonna stop me. And I'm like... You sound like the fucking Green Goblin with his balls getting clenched right now.
Yep.
In the library.
Yeah.
Like it was so much wrong.
Yeah.
And that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah. Dude, go
That's
back.
so weird.
Just wait until it comes out on, like, you know, whatever.
I'll try and look up clips on YouTube. They probably have it in the trailer.
I guarantee they have a compilation of the ADR, bro. No, Brayden, I've never seen a movie or a TV show do ADR for more than 2 lines. And it did it from start to finish for its character. So here's something. I want to ask the audience this. If you guys have any insight, I want to DM the actor on Instagram. I want to see what's going on. I want to see, because that's what I thought too. I'm like, maybe it's audio. But then, like, I mean, there might have been 1 or 2 lines throughout the entire film where he might have been actually talking. So I genuinely, guys, if you guys have any insight on what went on with the ADR, why they did what they did, please let me know, man. Because I mean, dude, I was sitting there so dumbfounded. It wasn't only the intro that got me. It was all the stupid ADR for no reason within the first 30 minutes, because obviously they're doing a lot of character development with this character. You know, he's sitting there having the visions. So there's a lot of scenes in the beginning where you're sitting there with him. And that's where I was like, you know, I was like, okay, so we're here with this character, you know, whatever. And I mean, he's, like I said, Brayden, I mean, his lips weren't even synchronized with his voice half the time, bro. And it's like, it was funny for a minute, but then when they kept doing it, I was like, dude, this is it's kind of a slap in the face to filmmaking.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's,
Crazy.
like I said, that was equally as much as I hated it as the first 10 minutes. Like, that makes so much more sense. And I kind of feel bad because I was ripping into him, like, really when I was watching this movie. I mean, maybe he still has some part, but really, that makes more sense because it's so slight that you may not notice it, but then it's the whole thing. Your brain's like it's not clicking. Like something keeps missing and you're like, why is this not right? I don't fucking like this.
Yep.
Makes so much sense.
No, honestly, bro,
it's clarity for my life.
And now that I told you that, because that's the thing, I noticed it right away, and because like right when his lips didn't sync, I was like, okay, that's ADR, and then it didn't stop, and I was like,
I noticed in the beginning,
the audio's
but I didn't
not
even notice
changing
throughout the whole way through. That's like so interesting. That's crazy. I'm gonna tell literally all of them because we were all in the same cahoot of like, there's something fucking off with this guy.
So go ahead and ask everybody, and I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna research it.
Yeah.
Because it's just, bro, it was like I said, out of mine, dude, I've seen hundreds of movies. I've never seen ADR for an entire film and it was only on him. Only on him.
Yeah, I've never seen something like that. I thought the same thing. He said it's him. It was yes. So,
but you know what
like
it might have been
said,
too? Maybe they wanted to put like a filter over his voice, and the only way to do that was to then go back and film it separately. That's my only guess. Maybe he didn't sound menacing. They were like, dude, this guy sounds like a a seventh grader. You know what I mean? They didn't want that to be the villain, but then like don't hire him. Like, bro, I don't know, dude. I'm dumbfounded. Like I've never seen anything like that in movies ever.
I want my money back.
Crazy. But then the movie gets good.
Yes. That's where, because I go into most, like, I really don't have, I would kind of say my only negative throughout the rest of the movie is, for me, it's just extremely repetitive. Like, and in the sense, like, I think she should have more moments where she kind of powers up a little bit more until the final thing. She keeps doing the same thing of, like, not being able to control where she's seeing, and he keeps coming after them 3 times in a row before the big thing. And which is not like, it wasn't a bad thing. You know what I mean? That's the least of my negatives, but it was something like I would have liked maybe more, like, I don't know, like in the, like maybe cause she did fight back, but like some of her powers came out more, or like even when she went to Brazil or wherever she went, I can't think of the place. And he's like, are you ready to become like the one with your powers? And then back in New York, like we just totally skipped over her time there.
That was
after we
very weird
figured
to
out
me
what
too.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like, I just feel like the writing could have been done slightly better in terms of moments like that for me.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm saying that is because everything else was pretty positive for me. So that's my last.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm with you. I think the big things that are wrong
And they
with this
covered
movie.
Sydney Sweeney.
Huh? Oh yeah. More of her. More of her. Yeah. No. No. But it's crazy though. I think the first 10 minutes and I think the ADR I think are the worst parts of this whole movie. But they're so bad to the point where it ruins the movie. But then I also think that the writing throughout was still rough. I think a lot of the dialogue was rough. I think because those are great actors.
The good acting saved the performance.
Yes.
Because that writing was dog.
Yes. Dakota Johnson, phenomenal actress.
Yep.
Sydney Sweeney, phenomenal actress.
I didn't
What's
think
the
she
one
played
guy?
that part that good.
The guy that plays Ben Parker. I've seen him in a lot of stuff.
Bro, I was literally saying the same
Yeah.
thing to Ryan. He was like, "Oh, you're so right. I don't know where I've seen him from. I just know I've seen him."
He's
I was
great.
like, "I hate you."
Yeah, no, dude, he's done so much. So
Well,
he's great.
And so is that the thing? Ryan was like, "Oh, that's Uncle Ben right there," and I was like, "Bro, the movie takes place in 2003." I'm like, that makes no sense.
Well, no, it does
But
though
does
because it's for Tom Holland. If it's for Tom Holland Spider-Man, because Aunt May's pretty young. So think about it.
But they're in the Sony universe.
Right.
That'd
So is
be
it for
Andrews.
Garfield?
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, this
But then
movie
why name him
sucks.
Ben Parker?
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I was sitting there the whole time. Ryan's like, "That's Uncle Ben." I said, "Ryan, it's 2003. It's like it's not fucking Uncle Ben."
Then why then why call him Uncle? I don't know, dude.
But why call him Ben Park?
That's what I'm
Why
saying.
put so much preface on it? I thought the same thing. Maybe it is. Fuck me, man. Maybe.
No, dude, you're right. It would be Garfield's. I don't know anymore. It's like they just don't know what's happening. But think about it. Tom Hardy with the whole multiverse thing went to the MCU. Dude, I don't know. They're so all over the place that they don't even know. I don't even think they even know what's going on anymore.
What's going on? Yeah.
But yeah, no. So.
But the acting, it was even the girls like. That was
Isabella,
like a negative for me,
Isabella
but,
Mercer,
like,
she's great, or whatever her name is. She's phenomenal as well.
Yeah, and it's not even actual negative, but I was like, in the moment, it was a negative for me because they were doing like she would literally like it goes back to the writing. That's really the negative to the writing, but good for the characters. They literally were told to like stop and not do this. She literally said, "Don't do something stupid" 3 times, then they go and do it. And I was like, bro, you're so fucking dumb. And then I was like, but that's your character. You did good. It's more of the writing that's making me so stupid. So I'm like, I can't judge you. But I thought it's going to be a very interesting dynamic. You can see the chemistry between them already.
Yes, and I really hope they go forward with this, man. And I like, as bad as this movie is for a lot of people, and it's not great, man. Madam Web is one of the coolest characters in the entire Marvel universe. She's so cool. She's a very powerful person. Like she in the comics, dude. She's
CGI. What'd you think of the effects?
Thought the effects were phenomenal.
Thought
they were great.
I was like, it reminded me so much of Doctor Strange, but I was like genuinely
even better.
Even better. That's what I was literally said. I was like, this is one of the best superhero movies with effects. In terms of just like when she first falls in and then like the web shows up.
That is so cool. I
It was
could
the
sit in that world for
coolest
hours,
thing.
dude. Yeah.
Like at the end, again, the writing was cheesy. When she splits in three, she was like, "Oh, I got you. Give me your hand." I was sitting there. I'm like, please put a bullet in my fucking face.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, I was like, yo, this is sick as hell. And just like, I don't know, like I said, the effects, it never felt like it was CGI. It looked completely real to me
Mhm.
100% of the way.
Mhm.
But that was one of my biggest positives. I thought it was like most films fail in that aspect, and I just thought they smashed that out of the park.
No, I
It felt
thought
like a superhero, you know what I mean?
yeah, it was great. It was really, really well done. There was
The way they did the flashbacks, I thought were cool.
the what? Oh, the flashbacks. Oh yeah,
Or like,
I thought the
yeah, where
editing
she-
was solid
Where
there.
she would like, obviously be here, and then 5 seconds later, it's like back in time. I
Right.
thought that was done super well.
I do want them to go forward though with kind of going back to what I was saying with Madam Web. I think she is a phenomenal character. I think she's so impactful and she was one of the most powerful characters in Marvel in the comics. And I really like what they did with her at the end of the movie. She's obviously paralyzed, blind, just like the comics. I thought that was really well done. But here's one thing that I think that this movie kind of suffered from. The girls played such an important part of this movie, but I'm like not in focus. There we go. They played such an important part of this movie, but we barely get any of their backstories, and they were such interesting characters. Because like, and because of that, you get a bland like the one girl, man, that's like that carries around the skateboard all the time, dude.
Skateboard.
Yeah, she was like just the generic like bitchy character, and it's like we've seen that so many times, but you could tell there was something, there was something more there about her. I'm like, why am I not in? Sorry, dude, that's really bothering me. But obviously, like there's there's a lot more with her parents, you know what I mean, and her living alone and that kind of stuff, and it's like, her character, the Isabel's the one character where her dad, got deported. I want more of her backstory. I want more of Sydney Sweeney.
That
She's
caught
like
me off guard. I was like, what?
Huh?
We were all like, all jokes aside and stuff. We were sitting there and it would like popped up and we were all like, fuck.
Yeah.
I was so taken off by that.
Right? I'm dying. Sorry. It was so random.
How long have you been married? 16 years. How long have you been faithful? 16 years.
Yeah.
No, sorry. You brought that up and literally like it just kind of felt out of place and it was just abrupt. It was kind of where I was going to go with your thing of their like backstories. They completely shaft the backstory because they start to talk about it, or like they don't talk about it at all, and then out of nowhere they give you everything at once, and then they don't talk about it again. Like they say like, yeah, my dad's important. They don't. They're like, oh my god. Well, they just completely drop it. Okay, cool. And I'm like sitting here. I'm like, how the fuck are we even supposed to get to know these people? Can you give us a flashback of them interacting with their parents before she left? You know what I mean? Like, give us something.
I don't know, man. This movie just had so much going on with it that they just couldn't fit it all in, and that's a good example of that is the fact that we saw them in their suits for like 3 minutes total, if that pissed me off because that's in all the trailers, that's in all the marketing and promotion, and you see Sydney Sweeney as Spider-Woman for a minute and a half total.
Yep,
that made me mad.
Oh, I was pretty mad too. She played a really good nerd. I'll give her that.
Dude, you felt for her character. I thought that right there shows like she was a standout, and it's not just because she's Sydney Sweeney. She was a standout because she was a great actress. All the three girls were great. You could see that all these actresses are so talented. It's just they suffered for some of the writing. And dude, I think Sydney's a perfect Spider Woman. I think she's awesome. And the fact that like I give her own movie, dude. I want to know more about her backstory with her parents and everything going on there.
I loved like the moments when she was like, I'm so sorry. Like I've seen that before. Like that was not acting. That was real. Like that was panic when she was in trouble. Like she was like, I was really shocked because I was like, you see her movie with, what's his name? Powell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and then you have this like little girl nerd who actually legit felt like a 17-year-old. Like I was like, that is a kid.
Yeah.
Very surprising.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not once again. It's not just because it's Sydney Sweeney. It's like genuinely. Like I was sitting there, like wow, like you felt for her. You felt bad. You could tell she was getting peer pressured. That wasn't her. She's a genuinely good girl. You know what I mean? And she just kind of got with those two other ones that are a little more rowdy. You know what I mean? It's not really
Yeah,
hers.
yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I'm with you. There was an innocence there that she portrayed very well. So like, there's moments like that, man, that were so cool in this film, and then it but the writing kind of takes away from it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of really sad to see. But yeah, no, that's another thing that really bothered me is the fact that we could have dove in deeper with these characters and we just didn't.
Oh yeah.
So
Right.
that I don't know, man. I want to see this
I think it was a
expand.
2-hour movie. Like it's not like it was like not that it was
No.
like super long, but it's not that it was a short movie. Like
No.
you could have stopped wasting so much time on stupid shit. Really gave us more of that backstory. I would have loved to see moments of Dakota Johnson training over in the country where her mom died, where she was born. Like not training, but at least sitting in the pool or something and like trying to use her. We never got any of that. She literally was like, "Oh," it was like he told her, and she was like, "Got the assignment," and then literally went and did it. Like, not that that's not cool, but
you know what
like you
also
said,
really pissed
further
me off?
development.
I
What?
thought Emma Roberts is a great actress, but what was her character? She was the pregnant lady. What are we doing?
Bro, I noticed that too. I was like, they have such a good cast, but like, yeah, like, what the hell? I mean, she
Like-
did a good job.
Yeah, but like, okay, the Mike Epps cameo, right? We were flipping burgers. I love Mike Epps. That was funny. He's awesome. You know what I mean? He's one of the coolest, like, best comedians from like the early 2000s and 90s. But like, that was a cool cameo. Everybody enjoyed that. What's going on with Emma Roberts' character? It's like they really put a lot of emphasis on her. You know what I mean? To say like, ooh, she's something's gonna happen with her, and then all it was just a way for her for number one. Also, here's what I don't understand: why not leave the 3 girls in the house instead of taking them to the hospital where there's thousands of cameras that the guy can hack and see?
That was like, it goes back to the plot.
They don't know that that's how he's finding them, but don't go in the public eye. Don't go in front of hundreds of people. Stay in the house where he doesn't know where you are. What are you doing? Honestly.
Again, they purposely did everything wrong. And it's not like you can do dumb shit in movies. That's okay. But like, when there's not at least, like, you have a car full of 5 people and no one's thinking, bro, really? Really? I have enough friends. Like, not even that way. I know enough people. There's always one of each person in each group. There's always the over freaking, like, the anxious guy, the outgoing guy, the guy that doesn't give a shit and just doing his own thing. Like, you know what I mean? There's always someone who in those situations is thinking about what the hell. You know what I mean? Like, all right, is this really... Probably would have been Sydney Sweeney's character, to be quite frank with you. Probably. Her or Ben, in that instance.
Well, the one girl that her dad, I can't remember her character's name, but her dad got deported. She was a very smart, intelligent... Remember, she did the math.
Even
and
her,
stuff.
yeah.
She's intelligent. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why... Like you said, like, she would... dude, that really bothered me. That like you said, they're gonna make dumb decisions. That's what puts forward the plot. But when you have to sacrifice realism for the plot, that's where it's a problem. That's what happened in this movie way too much. But that part especially, I can see them going off to the diner. That made sense. That made sense to me. I was like, they're kids, they're hungry, whatever. They're gonna go do that. But what didn't make sense...
Yeah, because they even played into it because it was dark and it was like definitely like it seemed like it was past 3 hours.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But going to a hospital... And here's the thing. Even if it's, we don't want to leave him there. If he goes there, he'll kill him. You think they're going to be safer in a car with you and a pregnant lady in the passenger seat?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
And this goes back to the repetitiveness. First, it's smashing through the freaking diner. Then it's smashing through the wall to hit him with the car. Like... That's what I'm talking about. Like, we couldn't even have moments where, like, she fucking battled him with her powers. Either it was her fighting with him with on the subway with a knife at that one point, or it was her hitting him with a car, and then her crawling away from him. Like, I would have just liked to see more of that, than that repetitive nature of, like, they run away, they get caught, clearly, because no one's catching the fucking hint. Like you said, it's like it's like we can all be stupid to a degree, but like someone's got to sit there and be like, all right, he's found us 3 to 4 times now. Every single time we leave hiding. Why don't we just stay fucking hidden? Stay in the house.
And then the thing too is like I said, Brayden, I think really what it comes down to is they try to fit too much into a 2-hour movie. I think this is a 2-parter. I think if this is going to be the origin story, make it the origin story. And by making it the origin story, like you said, maybe dive deeper into those weird spider people in the woods. They were creepy looking, dude. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, dive deeper into them. Dive deeper, like you said, into her going back to her mom and maybe like more of detective work and diving deep into history there. That's an hour right there. You can do an hour and 30 with that, just that if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this felt like a part 1 and part 2 mixed together. And I didn't like that. It felt like so much going on. Because you have the origin story with her trying to... Here's the thing, too. I hated this. She was trying to figure out her origin while trying to battle a villain and take care of 3 girls. There's way too much. Have her figure out herself and then have a second part or whatever where you're taking care of the girls.
There's a toxic relationship.
I get why they didn't do it. Because money. Nobody wants to sit there doing an origin story anymore. Nobody wants to. But if that's the case, then screw it. Don't worry about the origin story.
Yeah.
Make her Madam Web.
Yep.
No one cares. Then you can shine more light on Sydney Sweeney. You can, you know what I mean, use her name, whatever you want to do to make money off of it, however you want to go about it, but pick one. They try to balance too much, dude, and that's where, in my opinion, it just kind of fell flat. And like you said, there's so many good moments in this movie, man. It's a funny movie. There's a couple times where I was laughing, you know what I mean? And there's some actually decent comedy. Like, it actually was funny. There were some comedy moments in this movie that were better than the actual MCU. You know what I mean? It wasn't like as cheesy. There's some cheesy moments, of course, but like there was moments where I was like laughing. You know,
like stuff I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you know what I mean. I was like, it felt like stuff that we would say. I was like,
100%.
Boys. I was like, yeah, that's interesting. I'm glad you picked up on that because there was, like I said, a lot of cheesy, dull writing moments. But yes, there were good moments like that. I thought the humor was really good.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It hurts because like I thought the premise was so cool. I thought her powers are so cool. I thought it was like Final Destination meets Spider-Man. I really liked that aspect of it, and they didn't lean into the coolness. They kept going back to that villain. It's just the villain was so I didn't like it, dude. And then the ADR that they kept going back
menacing, to. Like it was just like he felt like a bad Spider-Man. And we didn't really get a backstory of him. We just know that he stole it. We don't know why he stole it. You know what I mean? Or maybe he mentioned it, but like there's nothing there. You know what I mean?
No.
He just was easily hit by a car and got beat. Like it just, you know?
Didn't like it. Yeah, it was not one of my favorites. And it sucks, man, because like the second half offers so many good things. It's like I was like, you know, I can't. And then I when I walked out of the movie, I was like, man, that was actually kind of fun. Then I remembered all the stuff, and it happened in the first 2 acts, and I was like, oh yeah, it was kind of shit. But then I'm like, man, it was kind of good. So it sucks with movies like this. I know we talk about this every time we rank a movie, and especially me, potential. The potential of this movie is so cool, and it's such an interesting character that it's like you should have done it right. But Sony once again just felt like they tried to add too much into this movie, and it kind of fell on its face, and that's what really sucks, man. I feel like Sony has I don't know, like you said, man, they can afford good writers. They can afford, just take your time, build a universe, like, I don't know, man. So that's pretty much all I got to say about the movie, man.
What they need to do is stop being so concerned on filling the spots with good, like, known actors and really on, like, the depth story and people that can play the job. Not that those people can't, but, like, if they need $10 million just to be in the damn thing, pay somebody that doesn't need that much money who's going to serve it just as well, that you can prioritize it somewhere else,
Yeah. No funds. I agree.
What were you going to say?
Well, one more thing, though, too. I think this is the last thing I got to say for at least for me before we rank. I thought the soundtrack was awesome. I thought it gave off heavy Spider-Man vibes. I loved it.
Like Toby Spider-Man?
Straight up Toby Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. And I loved it, dude. You had, like, the violin, you know what I mean? You had, like, it all was so clean. And I don't know who did was the composer, I don't know. But I thought it was phenomenal. And that is one aspect of the movie that just kind of made me warm inside. I was like, ooh. I liked it. So.
Warm.
Oh, yes. Do you got anything else to
say? It made it so warm. No.
It's nice.
I don't think I do.
There you go. Let's rank it. On a scale of 1 to 10. I want everybody watching, to do it with us. Am I going first or are you going first?
I don't know. It's up to you, man.
I'll go first on this one. There's two, because like my rating's not high, but I'm like, is it too high? if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks to put it this low for me, man, because I there's so many aspects of this movie. Like, it was almost kind of on the same level as like Morbius for me. Like, people talk bad about all these movies and they're like, this movie's horrible. I'm like, it's no different than Morbius or even Venom 2 for me. I'm gonna go 5.5.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go right there. I was gonna go 6, but I'm like, I'll put it back down to 5.5 because
I'm gonna go 6.
yeah,
That's crazy.
no,
That's
dude,
what I'm thinking.
I was going 6 that entire time, but the more I think about it, like the ADR thing, like Brayden, once you realize that he's doing a voiceover the whole time, even when it's his face, you're gonna be like, wow, that is horrific.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking 5.7 or 6. You know, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It is a pretty bad movie. Like, it goes back to, like you said, I think really at the end of the day, it's the potential. And this is the worst part. Everything was there to be a good movie. They just fucked it up. Like, whoever just signed up on this thing, like, dude, they're never giving me a job. Whoever signed up on this thing, I'm sorry. I don't know what you were thinking, bro. We all have our opinions. It's all perspective. But God, everyone agrees with me.
No, everybody agrees that this movie was rough.
It like you said, there's just so much more that could have happened. You know, it's just like, oh, come on. Bro.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know, man. It definitely hurts, but there you guys go, man. 6 out of 10, 5.5. You guys let us know your rating down below, baby. Was I too harsh? Should I bring it up a little bit? You guys let me know,
and
baby.
something for Marvel fans, like, maybe you'll enjoy it a lot just because you can enjoy Marvel, like how we can find the enjoyment in these movies, but it's definitely underwhelming as hell. Very underwhelming, sadly.
Very. Yeah. Yeah, you guys let us know, man, down in the comments below. And fun time watching that movie. Alrighty.
So much fun.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Brayden Noble. What's that?
So much fun.
So exciting. So excited.
So exciting.
Is there any acting news that we need to hit before we kind of dive into our other little stuff we're going to do?
I don't know. I kind of just start spamming. I just see Logan Allen. I just start spamming. Wide open.
Let's see what we got, man.
Wide open.
Rachel Zegler wins Action Movie Star of the Year award, besting Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves.
God,
Keanu Reeves didn't win that?
I saw that
for John Wick 4?
Bro, I almost threw my shit when I saw that. What's his face didn't even win it? Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise jumped a dirt bike off a mountain.
Wide open. Yeah, but yeah, she fucking sings a ballad. I don't know, bro. You really don't want to ask me. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, she did great, but like...
Yeah, but dude, that's not even the point. Like, great job, man.
We had our first look at Lilo and Stitch.
Stitch?
Yeah.
He looks cute, but I would be scared to work with that. I would be scared to work with that little thing.
It's like a literal like stuffed creature.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be CGI. They got like an actual, maybe it probably is CGI, but they like it's something to like a structure. But yeah, he's in a little car. Yeah. Vroom vroom, baby.
Crazy. Harry Potter TV show will consist of 7 seasons.
That's insane.
Big push on this TV show, bro.
Dude, 7 seasons off the bat?
Is
nuts.
They're gonna do every book.
I mean, has a show ever agreed to 7 seasons before it even came out?
You're so right. Like, yeah.
Dude, what if it's horrific?
Maybe it's like just rumored or something.
What if it's bad?
one for each book, and will last more than 10 years.
What?
Brother.
Bro, dude, we gotta get on that show, bro.
Yo, you're so right.
Dude, we got a
J.K.
job for 10
Rowling.
years, bro. The
Yeah, my boy
longest
can.
you sent me
That's
this, and
That's Harry Pooper right there. I'm talking to Harry Potter right now.
abracadabra
The boy who lives has
has come to die.
to die.
The longest movie ever created is 87 hours. Which is just like I don't even want to give it like limelight, to be honest.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell the point of it is.
Doctor Doom, Galactus, and Silver Surfer will all be in Fantastic Four. I don't know how I feel about that.
It does feel like you're pushing a lot down. Like Thanos was revealed over like 3 movies. You know what I mean? And you want to put all of them. I mean, actually, let me take it back. The Silver Surfer thing is fine. That I understand he's usually in. But Galactus and Doom, what are you like? Why?
Those are supposed to be like
What are you doing?
main villains. It's like last time they did that was Spider-Man 3, and we all know how that went. So
They're targeting Javier Bardem to play Galactus.
that's a great casting, but
Yeah.
maybe don't put 2 main villains. That's like putting Thanos and what's his name, the new guy,
Kane the
Beater. Whatever his
Kane
name
the
is.
Beater.
Yeah,
Kane the Conqueror.
yeah. You
Not
put
Beater.
him and Thanos in a movie, it makes no sense.
Oh yeah, it'd be fucking power trip.
I don't know.
I mean, because that's the thing. Doom and Galactus, it'd have to be this thing like Doom is the main villain and Galactus is either just like being worked on or he's like, not worked on, but like in terms of worked on, like being prepped, or he's like just kind of still like a really back figure, like not a thing really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then you're like,
I still, I'm just saying.
Right. No, yeah, I agree with that. But then you're like throwing
Makes me
away.
quiet.
You're throwing away one of them. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Yeah, scary.
Makes me quiet.
Hmm?
What else? I said it makes me quiet. Nicolas Cage in talks to play live action Spider-Man Noir.
Dude, I'm so hyped for that. That's gonna be insane.
Yeah, that would be fire.
You know me, I'm not a TV show guy when it comes to like superheroes and stuff, but I'll be first in line to watch that shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I love
would
noirs.
be too. I love noirs. I love Nicolas Cage.
I love Hellgate.
Yep.
Lex Executioner.
Yo, Christopher Nolan, speaking of that, says he would love to make a horror film. What are your thoughts on that?
I think he would make a suspenseful or thriller horror movie, which I really dig. I love what he said too. He says that horror doesn't have a lot of good ideas, but so the right one would have to come across this table, which is 100% true. Like nowadays, it's reboots, it's remakes, it's the same thing that we've seen 10 times over. So the fact that he'd be doing something that's very unique makes me happy, and the fact that he's not rushing into it just because he knows that whatever he puts out, he's going to make a crap ton of money on, right? When it comes to horror, just because now his name, even though he's been a big director for years after Oppenheimer and some other, Batman movies, like his name is now, it's like a Tarantino. You know what I mean? You attach that name to that project, people are going to be in theaters to see it. So I feel like, I feel like he's going to make money. He's going to make at least, $200 million on whatever he puts out. So he, I think it's great. I'm excited. He'd do definitely a suspenseful thriller probably, and I think that's great. I don't know if he'll do a slasher, but something paranormal would be great by him. So we'll see.
And then I think really the last big 3, a lot of the other stuff is just movies with actors, and I'm like, Will Smith's got a movie coming up. What's his name? Everybody loves this guy. I'm like, everyone loves this guy. Jake Gyllenhaal. He's got an Apple TV project coming up.
Not everybody, man. Talk to the Taylor Swift fans, man.
Yeah, right. Talk to Taylor Swift fans. But I feel like the big 2 that really happened recently was Fantastic Four casting got dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro Pascal, Joseph Morgan. Did you say who's playing? Oh my God, the girl. I can't think of her name.
Oh, and Fantastic Four.
No, 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 no,
Um,
no, no.
Invisible Girl, right?
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. No, no, no. It's fucking it's Napoleon's wife. It's a woman who plays Napoleon's wife.
No way.
I didn't know until somebody it was a picture of her from another like from the role and I was like, "What?"
Wait, that's her?
Yeah.
I love the logo is so cool.
She's just a blonde in real life. And then
Oh my god, that is.
even the thing, I've seen him in a lot of stuff. I just can't really tell you where. Oh, he's in the Bear.
Also, I want to say one thing. The guy that's playing Human Torch, I think he's gonna do really good. I'm just saying, like people are really like shitting on him. I think he's gonna do awesome as that role.
Wait,
I'm
really?
calling it. I'm calling it right now.
Dude, I thought you were kidding. I thought everyone would be on top of Joseph Morgan doing that.
No, people are well. Of course, you have like the Stranger Things fans that are really excited, but like the Fantastic Four fans hate this.
Oh, I think he's probably better than Chris Evans when he did it.
I would say, yeah, I would say better than Chris Evans, better than Michael B. Jordan. I think this is
the best casting
for him. Yeah, honestly.
We'll see, but I do.
Pedro Pascal, I'm very confused on. I think that's gonna be interesting, but I'm excited.
And then my last one was the Michael Jackson movie. They just came out with like the stills,
Crazy.
some pictures and some music. Yeah, it's crazy.
It looks insane. He looks just like him.
I know, right? It's disgusting, bro.
I'm excited for the voice.
Well, have you heard him? He dropped a song called "The Rebirth of Michael," and it's weird because me and Ryan were talking about it. It's not on Apple Music, it's Spotify anymore. But like, I could probably you can just look it up on YouTube. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
He literally sounds identical to Michael Jackson. Like it's not even like you would never know. If no one told you, you would never know.
This is gonna be an insane movie, dude.
Here we go. Yeah.
And you got what's his name in the movie too? Miles Teller. Yeah, he's playing the attorney, right?
Yeah, crazy, right?
Insane, baby. Oh, dude.
I just sent you that video whenever you have time. But yeah, listen to those recordings, Rebirth of Michael on YouTube. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Yeah, what this guy said.
Yeah, it's gonna be gold.
What this guy said.
Oh man, love that, bro. Why does this guy text
yeah, that
me?
was
Dude?
it. Oh, whoa, this guy's hating on me.
Unreal, bro.
When you're real, bro.
Rebirth of Michael, dude.
Bro, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but can he moonwalk though, dude? Can he moonwalk, dude?
You know what? You're totally right. Can you even like do the moves, bro?
Can he, dude? Unreal, bro.
Can you even walk the walk?
Crazy.
Talk.
Unreal. Yeah. So I think one thing.
Yeah, but we gotta get back to Felicia.
With the Oscars, Oscars are in March, correct?
But yeah, they're like March 10th or something like that.
Okay, so those are coming up pretty fast.
They're coming up pretty fast.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
Now
No,
go to Trump.
Yeah. I'm hyped.
Yeah,
I know we already did an episode on it, but we haven't done the predictions yet. We'll do it before.
Not official Oscar prediction.
Yeah. We did chat about it after the Saltburn talk.
Yeah, I think big old job.
That movie is
bro.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's just incredible. We need this shit going against Japan. We really appreciate his company.
Me and Brayden went and saw movies like he saw a movie I didn't see. I saw a movie that he hasn't seen. So we're gonna kind of talk about those a little bit. Brayden, you went to a con and stuff. How did that go, dude?
Yeah, you know what's actually funny? I found that shit out. It was a horror or a haunted house convention. It's for people who make haunted houses. And
Oh, that's cool.
Right? It was so cool.
If I was able to go, wish I was able to go. Dude.
Actually, bro, yeah,
I'm actually really pissed.
Some famous people there. There was a lot of like house building, or not house building, but like haunted house building sets, like makeup sets, movie sets. It was super cool. But it's this movie called I Possessed. My good friend Carl Remy, and then my mom in Executioner, Tammy Lee Booth. Or I don't want to say her last name correctly. Boothby. Tammy Lee Boothby. And so they invited me out, and they're like, you have to come check out our film. And I'd heard on set, and I was like, okay, pretty cool. There's a few people like they work with some people from California and stuff. I don't know too much credentials, but um, the synopsis says dun-dun-dun, a group of friends makes a pact with a demon to stay the night. Someone loses their soul. As the night goes on, they discover that the demons they're fighting might be the ones they carry inside. So I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh.
Yeah, I sat down and you hear I possess. It's spelled literally lowercase I possess. So you think it's all gonna. I kind of thought it was gonna be about like an iPhone, like an Apple thing. Literally, completely, quite the opposite of what it is. Um, yeah, it just kind of starts about a family reunion. Everyone kind of gets back together and they're hanging out, having a good time, and then one of them gets a text of weird like enchantment, not like enchantment, but like another like foreign language. And they kind of say it out loud. And I don't even know. I kind of would say it's probably when things started to go haywire. But what ends up happening is the main little sister to Carl's character gets possessed by the ghost. And this is where I give one of the pros to this movie, man. Like, I have not seen some level of like CGI, like possessed like that ever. Really, it was very unique. Like I'm telling you, like her eyes were pure black, and she was like, "Shut the fuck!" Like she was like, "I'll come and rip out your throat." And like they had like a demon thing on her voice, but it wasn't just like one of those like flashy things that they do in like The Conjuring. Like that was her character 45, 50 minutes of the movie. Like every time she would talk, she would like like demon voice, like blood coming out of her mouth, and she's like, "Shut the fuck up." Like, you know what I mean? It
Wow.
was like, yeah, so basically Carl, the whole game is they can't leave until after like 6 o'clock. Once it hits 6 o'clock, they can't leave. Little by little though, they're playing like a truth or dare type thing. So everyone has to basically confess the things that they've done. And like I'm telling you, like everyone's, and this is no spoiler because I don't know, where it'll come out, where you'll see this, but like it gets more fucked up, like increasingly fucked up. They have a scene. I'm not going to give context to this, but they have a scene where there's a fetus, and this is one of the CGI things that they did. The fetus literally out of nowhere, like they're holding it and they're crying and they're like, no, 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 and the fetus goes, it's this big. It was an abortion, and it was this big, and the fetus this big, like starts snapping its neck. And I tell you, I've never. That's what something I give them, and I possess. They kept it to them and not a studio, so they had full control over everything that was happening. There's
Yeah.
there's so much that happens where it's like you can just see that like a big studio probably wouldn't go there, but it's not like anything that I would go, maybe that exact topic that was probably like the most extreme thing that happened.
I would
But
say
it's
so.
it's yeah, right? But it's just this at the end, they kind of all start turning on each other because they're finding out really fucked up secrets about each other, whilst people are now trying to leave because they're finding all this stuff up. And then Carl's character is not letting anyone leave. He's basically an ex. It's actually really amazing because apparently the movie was very different. This is someone I haven't even touched on. Carl's character was in the military, and one of the characters was his like captain, and it's a big whole plot thing of like the captain got shot while they were like in Iraq and stuff, and it had like it's causing Carl's character to go through uh PTSD
PTSD.
and stuff. Yeah, and like yeah. So it's crazy to see his arc because like it's really great. Like at the end of it, you really see it was like a big PT. It's a lot about PTSD. It's a lot about taking care of your mental health. It's really a great story. It's full of great CGI, like, and I say that in a good way, like good effects, good editing. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, and it was a fun, well shot movie, and like props to the cinematographer, props to the actors. Like everyone did such a good job. I know they're in the process right now. They got turned down by some studios, but they have a friend who's looking to get it distributed. Um, so like, and I honestly, I'd give the thumbs up. I think it's very interesting. I thought, there's a lot of independent films that I've seen on streaming platforms like that I would never even dare to look at. I would go watch that movie again. I really enjoyed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just don't want to give too much of the premise away. I wish I could explain a little bit deeper, but I don't know their whole plan with it. And I don't want to spoil the movie because I really do think like little things at the beginning, you don't realize how big. Because at the end, it's completely obvious what these small things did, but until then, you have no clue. And that's what I thought was so amazing about it. Because you're like, you get to the end of the movie and you're like, oh my God, what the fuck? How did I not? You know what I mean? And then just the moments they push on barriers that I think a lot of people like in film that studios are too scared to do. You
And
know
that's
what I
probably why
mean?
they're getting
It
turned
felt,
down.
yeah, it kind of felt like Talk to Me in a way, like
Mm.
that kind of vibe where they kind of pushed that line. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But yeah, if you guys can, I don't know where. I know that they're in the process of getting it distributed, but when I Possess comes out, I'll be here talking about it again, helping support them. And yeah, I think it's a movie that if it comes out, you guys need to see it.
That's an awesome premise.
Yeah,
Like they
really.
said, the
No,
demons inside. It's a lot like Saw in a way, where you're making the people turn on each other. You know what I mean? And you're sitting back for enjoyment, which I think is super interesting. And the whole secret thing is insane. Having to tell secrets against your will. You know what I mean? I think is such an interesting
like
concept.
the voice, kind of what it sounded like.
The guy
Venom.
from Madam Web. No.
Yes. No, like when she would talk, like she would have that like that saliva slosh that like Venom has when he talks like this.
Yeah.
And like you can hear the slosh come up. Like when she would say things with S's, like you would hear the spit. Just like I don't know. I was extremely impressed, bro. I was sitting there and I was like, you could have told me that was a studio film and I would have thought. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
props to Carl. Props to Tammy. I love you guys. I thought your film was amazing. I hope everyone can check it out.
No, that sounds super cool, man. So it's called I Possess.
I Possessed.
I Possessed. Okay, cool. Yeah, everybody, yeah, keep an eye out for that, man.
Find
Look it
their
up.
they have an Instagram. They have I think they have a Facebook, but just keep up with their page. I know they're pushing it out right now. This was the last festival that they were in, so they are having a few premieres around like the country, like in theaters, and then I know that they're gonna have like a theater run in Florida. I think.
What how many people watched it there at the screening?
They're like 20, 30.
Okay. What was kind of the overall consensus you think kind of coming out?
Everyone liked it.
Yeah. There you go.
And I'm genuinely like, it sounds like, a lot of times we can be biased, but I genuinely think like as an overall movie, it was a really good movie. I thought the plot was great. It's a new original idea. It goes even back to the army scenes. Like they don't ever feel out of place. And it honestly probably would have been a worse movie had they not included those scenes. You know what I mean? They weren't even supposed to be in the movie. You know, as it develops, like the soundtrack was amazing. The cinematography, I think, is one of the best things about the movie. Like he really knew how to shoot this thing. And yeah, like I said, the effects, like overall, it pretty much hit all the bases,
So we'd love to hear.
Yeah,
there you go. That's awesome.
So good independent horror film right there, man.
Well, damn,
check
man.
it out.
What do you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it 8.3.
I like that.
Yeah, like it was like in a bad way, you know what I mean?
No,
Like
that's
this
good.
is me comparing it to some of the best movies I've ever seen. Like I thought like it was definitely, you put that in the horror movie lineup from last year, it clears Scream, it clears maybe not Evil Dead, like it's on that same level. Like that's the level I thought it was on.
Yeah.
It was like Evil Dead Rise. It clears pretty much every other horror movie besides like Voyage of Demeter, Talk to Me, like the ones we really, really enjoyed.
Right. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. No, yeah, that's for an indie film. 8.3 is insane.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, mine's a lot. Mine sucks.
You're like, you had such a good time.
Yeah. No, listen, I just don't have a lot to say about it. Lift is a movie on Netflix. It stars Kevin Hart, and basically they're just trying to steal, it's like hundreds of millions of dollars in gold. And they work with this, I think, is it with the CIA or with the FBI? They're like this group of like some of the best heist members or heist crews in the world. And they just steal stuff for a living, right? They're very talented at it. It's like Kevin Hart's the leader, and there's it's like 4 other people in the group. And the CIA hits them up and helps them kind of go after this mega criminal. Basically, that's laundering.
Dwayne Johnson.
Huh?
It's Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, Hollywood Rock. And we want Cody Rhodes. We want Cody Rhodes.
Bro, just not to get off topic, he's like full on heel. Somebody said something, he turned and said, "Shut up, fatso, before I slap the herpes off your lips."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah. I love
Dwayne?
it.
Dwayne?
Someone, dude, Dwayne.
Dwayne?
No, dude. Someone said that it's kind of a preview of what WWE is going to be again when it goes to Netflix, which is so hype.
Yep.
Which is so hype. If they go on that, dude, if they do Attitude Era, bro, I'll get more involved in watching it.
It's the fact that the company that owns the UFC bought them. Like, this is not. It's not going to be that stupid bullshit story. Like, they're going to start treating it like it's real MMA fights and stuff. That's why they started doing press conferences and stuff.
I'm so hyped, dude. No, you don't understand. Like, that will get me. That'll get me to
smart.
watch it, and a lot of other people too.
Yeah, right.
What if you just have just every Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, you just have like a random MMA fight,
Yo,
like an actual one right
right.
before.
Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler too.
Yeah, exactly.
Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Yo, what?
Different gloves, baby.
Hey, yo, what you mean, though?
I mean, that's pretty much what MMA was early 2000s when they didn't really have the steroid testing. You know,
yeah.
They're like, hey, just get these guys, give them whatever, give them some D-ball, throw them in there. You know what I mean?
He's geared up.
He's
good to go.
That's what I'm saying. But no, so like basically they try to go and stop this mega criminal guy that is transporting this like $400 million in gold. And this movie, that's kind of what this movie is. Just talking about it's making me tired. So yeah, listen, this movie's not bad, right? It's a heist movie that it's just very stereotypical. You have the typical love story going on. You have the typical idiot in the group. You have the typical really smart one. The one that isn't as loyal. You know what I mean? It's just like it's very just kind of like it just follows the rule book, and it's not a bad movie, but it's just it doesn't take any risks, and it does what a lot of movies do nowadays that just kind of are kind of money grabs, where it's like they make dumb decisions, like dumb decisions. There's a point in the movie, right, where I have it written down. It's how mad it made me.
Wow.
There's a point in the movie. I got two of them on here. Number one, she's flying the plane. She hits her hand on the wall.
Where's the plane?
Where is the plane? Where is the plane? Sisu 2, where is the plane?
Where's the plane?
But no, she hits her hand, and then she's like, I can't fly the plane anymore. And I'm like, what do you mean? She hit it.
I hit my hand on the fucking window.
Bro.
I can't drive my car.
Dude, that's exactly what happened. And I'm like, you're going to die. Dude, Brayden, the plane's going down. They're about to die.
Like, you're like knocked out? Sure.
Dude.
All right.
They're nosediving.
Your hand's missing? Sure.
Sure.
I can't fly the plane.
Oh, dude. Like, they were literally nosediving into the ground. And she's like, I can't fly it. And Kevin Hart's like, dude, fly it. We're going to die, dude. It's just, but it's not even a comedy. It's a serious moment. It's not a comedic moment. That was dumb. And then the big part that got me, and this happens in a lot of these action movies. So they knocked out the bad guys on the flight. Because obviously there's like security guards on the flight, right? They knock them out. All the bad guys, so they can go downstairs to steal the gold. But after they knock them out, they just leave them there. And then guess what? They come back later. Oh my God. Why not just toss them out the window, dude? Just open up this exit and just toss them out, dude. That's it.
You know, fucking like, tie him up, put him in a closet,
something,
throw him out
bro.
the window.
They just leave him. And I'm like, dude, they're going to come back. 10 minutes later, they're downstairs loading up the gold.
Just see you like, dude, they're coming back.
Yep.
Up, they came back.
Yeah, oh my, look at that. You know, it's just, dude.
Oh my God.
So stupid, bro. Like those two things bother me. And it was in the third act when everything was going down. I was like, this is dumb.
No.
It was so dumb. Now
you're
everything.
Like, you're like, wow, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah. So it wasn't a bad movie. Everything that kind of happened before that, it was just kind of typical, like money grab thing, right? Where they're like, hey, let's make a heist movie. Kevin Hart was like, yo, I want to make a heist movie, and they made a heist movie. It's not like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's just they don't do anything unique. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just was okay. You know, if this movie came out in the 80s, people would be like, oh, this is pretty cool. But it did not. So not my favorite.
Almost 40 years later.
40 years later, not my
45
favorite.
years later.
Like I said, Netflix didn't do a bad job with it. It's a decent movie. It's just not unique in any way. So that's the biggest thing that kind of got me. But out of a scale of 1 to 10, what I'd rate this movie at, after a 6-minute review, I'm gonna give it it's probably like a little 7.5 for me. It's not bad. It's just not. I wouldn't watch it again because it was funny. There's some funny moments in it, and Kevin Hart's a good actor, and the cast around him was great. It just was very bland, in a way. So, that's kind of why it's there for me. But it's enjoyable. I wouldn't say don't watch it. It's fun, just
you
not
ever
my
see yourself
favorite.
watching it again?
Yeah. If I want a movie like that, I'm gonna watch a murder mystery. You know what I mean? That's kind of the best way to put it. So that's where I'm at. But overall, it's okay. But yeah, see how really bad that was compared to your review, dude. I was so invested, dude. I'm like, yeah, this is just a heist movie with Kevin Hart.
And it's nothing. And I'm not, this is just all independent film. I feel like it's the same thing that got us with Artifice Girl. It's like, it's just so interesting, these ideas that people come up with when they're not, coming up with stupid studio ideas that are fucking we've seen already before and type. You know what I mean?
Studios get involved.
They're fighting
so
for
heavily.
more of a chance to get seen with a unique idea, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. No, that's what I appreciate about those guys that made Talk to Me, is you could tell they're like, okay, I'm gonna make
My boy!
Rocco. They're like, I'm gonna make this movie, and if a studio doesn't want to pick it up, then whatever, you know what I mean? But we're gonna make this movie, and I appreciate that, you know what I mean? Which is cool. And now they probably have enough pool to where they could, if a studio doesn't want it, they'll just make the movie themselves. They'll get enough investors, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So I'm, like you said, man, I hope we start going toward more of a unique style of
Fiction
filmmaking.
getting nominated a lot for the Oscars.
What?
I didn't know that was an independent movie. American Fiction.
Yeah.
That wasn't from a studio. So they're getting nominated for a lot. So hopefully we are, man.
We shall see.
We will see.
We shall see. I think that's kind of all we needed to talk about for this episode. Brayden, anything else you want to say to the sexy people out here, man, that I love truly, dearly?
We just want to say we love you.
Mhm.
Life's busy, so I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Shit happens over here on this side a lot of the time. So, but we're getting it done. Go watch I Possessed and
Lift,
as well as Madam Web.
Oh,
you
yeah.
really don't have to. I mean, you should.
Wait for
just
VOD.
because
Yeah.
It's comedically, but yeah,
Yeah.
wait for VOD.
Yeah.
But we love you. That's the main point of the message.
Love y'all, man. Y'all stay safe. Appreciate y'all watching. Give this video a like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought about what we talked about maybe all the time. See you next time.